What's good, my people? We are back again for another one on this year, the Mystelics Vlogs. Welcome to our Mystelics Vlogs. Welcome back to all the Mystelics family out and large, all over the place, all over the world, guys. Of course, if you're new to this channel, I'm your boy Mystelics, and this is where I tell you my views on a number of things taking place where in Dominica and the Caribbean and the rest of the world by extension. So definitely, with that said, definitely subscribe and turn on that post notification so you can get all the videos as they come through, guys. Definitely hit that bell. Click that bell when you subscribe so you can get all the videos, and give this video a thumbs up if you do enjoy this here video right there and then. Now guys, there was something very interesting taking place in the sea in the nature of the Caribbean, Dominica, which got a lot of people frightened or wondering what exactly is going on, and this of course is it right there. So apparently there was some sort of dinosaur, some kind of strange animal creature in the sea, but we realized that that was not the case right there. It's some kind of CGI animation kind of thing that take place, some kind of filter. They placed it in the ocean near the Canefield, under the Canefield Cliff area, guys. And of course, it was based off the new movie that is coming out, Godzilla versus Kong. As you saw there, March 24th is when they will be dropping that at the Emerald in Roseau, guys. That's a movie theater in the Roseau. I definitely want to see that right there. I saw the movie actually show up on my thing on my TV, so I can actually see it, but I would like to go to the movie and see it for myself. It looks like a pretty interesting movie. I love all the King Kong movies, guys. Big up to the King Kong Massive, if that is actually a thing. Kong and of course Godzilla. It's interesting that both of these guys are good, so it makes me wonder how exactly is this movie gonna turn out, man, because Godzilla is good and Kong is also good. King Kong, I don't know why they call the king. He's the king of the jungle. King Kong, man. Anyways, guys, with that said, talking about the very sea in the nature of the Caribbean, Dominica, guys. Apparently, between Guadeloupe and Dominica, there were some Haitians that were found. About 58 Haitians were found leaving Dominica and were caught in the Guadeloupe Channel area, guys. This is the video of it right there.
Ah ouais. Ils ont trouvé la technique, quoi. Il a fallu le temps de...
More specifically speaking, guys, 58 men, 11 women, and 1 baby, 1-year-old baby was found heading to Guadeloupe from Dominica. Now guys, I'm thinking about the whole situation that took place yesterday, and I'm thinking about the whole situation involving the Haitian who actually got the $400,000+ in Dominica. I'm thinking to myself, did this guy decide, you know what, we got the money already, let us take that money and head out? That is what was running in my mind right there when I heard this story. The brother took the money and dipped. He took his family, his friends, everybody. Yo, we good to go, let's dish out. As if you look at it, guys, when that conversion rate hit, 400k becomes about 100k euros in the French countries and this kind of places there. So you're pretty much well off right there with that type of money. I don't know. I'm just saying that right there. I don't know if that's the case right there. I don't think he actually left, but I'm just thinking based off the whole, you know, lineage of everything. He got the money. Yo, we ain't wasting no more time in Dominica. Let's dip. And the reason why I'm saying this, guys, is because of the number of youth who have told me they're just trying to get some money for them to head out. That's what they want to do. They're trying to get some money for them to head out. The brother got that money. He's like, yo, you trying to give us problems in Dominica? No, let's head out, man. That's what these guys, you know, feel like doing. And of course the French are more in tune with the language that they speak. The brother could hardly speak English. I mean, heck, if I was the brother, I would do it too. Let me head out to a place where I can actually speak, you know, and understand each other to do business and so forth. I mean, that's what I would do if I was the brother. But I'm not saying that that's what he did, but it's just more viral right there. But 58 men, 11 women, and 1 baby was caught heading to Guadeloupe and was caught in the sea right there, guys, between Guadeloupe and Dominica. So I guess people trying their best to see how they can get out. What are your thoughts, man? What are your thoughts on this, guys? Leave that, of course, in the comment box below. What about the very sea right there, guys? The hurricane season is up and coming, guys, for which we have the names of the hurricanes, potential hurricanes that will be coming in the hurricane season, guys. These are the names right there, guys. You can pretty much check it out and you can see definitely there are a number of them from A to W, I guess they take out Z and Y and X and all that kind of thing there. But yeah, guys, they have a number of names right there. But I'm seeing a number of names right there, guys, and I'm like, yo, this is definitely gonna be an interesting one. If you have hurricanes like Bill, Hurricane Bill, you know that's trouble. Hurricane Claudette, that's trouble too. There's another one I saw there, Ida. That sounds like some Russian name. When you hear Russian hurricane, Hurricane Ida coming for you, man. Don't play with that. Hurricane Larry. That one might not be too bad. I'm just saying. The person know themselves I'm talking about. Anyways, there's one that got me interested right there. It's called Odette, man. Odette, man. The debt that you owe, Odette, is also coming, guys. Let's pray that none of these things escalate to being that crazy. But of course, you know, they say everything changing and getting worse and worse and worse, which of course is debatable, because considering what was taking place back then and now, I mean, people can weigh in and see, okay, back then had worse and all kind of things. But anyways, we're living in this present time right there, guys. But what are your thoughts on the hurricane names, guys? Do you like them, or you prefer that they just disappear right there and no hurricane, all hurricane season does disappear? What are your thoughts? Leave that, of course, in the comment box below as well. Now, talking about a very hurricane right there, the Hurricane Rona is in the midst, and the Prime Minister of Dominica has taken the Rona solution. This is him right there.
And it's just a little prick. Are you feel of injections? Can I touch you? Okay, just relax and you should be fine. You have to be quick because I'm not going to waste any time. In, out, finish. How was that?
He says simple, Papa. Prime Minister says simple thing. Nothing doing. That's simple. Not true? Well, it wasn't so for the case for Hunter, no? Hunter was on another vibe. Hunter can't up himself. Hunter say, aye! It wasn't that simple for Hunter, no, Papa. Hunter, I know you're not one of them people that like them needles, no, Papa. Papa, now Hunter don't get chook yet. Hunter can't up himself already. But anyways, individuals are taking their shots. Good luck to them. All the best. That's all I say on that before you two come for me. Moving along, guys, talking about the very situation involving the Prime Minister. Apparently, the Prime Minister has a friend who apparently is involved. Well, it's alleged that the individual is involved in drugs and has been in that trouble for quite some time. Even so much, the person's daughter is the Prime Minister's goddaughter. Interesting to find out that the Prime Minister, I've heard, has also been stated to try their best to get her out of trouble, and she keeps going back in and out of the trouble. Apparently, they hold the lady on the port. She's a port authority officer, I've heard. And when they went to her house, they also found drugs and guns as well, guys. All this is alleged based of the story that we saw. This is what I'm saying right there, guys. What are your thoughts on the whole situation involving this situation right there? And guys, I took out her name and everything, but she works for Roosevelt Skerrit. And she lives in London, man. And she's coming to Dominica, I guess, and she's bringing drugs and all this kind of things. Alleged bringing drugs, and they found all these things. I mean, that can show as a bad rep for the Prime Minister, don't you think? Trying their best to help you out, however they try and help you out, and they just constantly bringing drugs for you to do what? What you doing? I mean, guys, let's be realistic about the whole situation. Sometimes I know some people do like the Prime Minister and everything, but if the Prime Minister helping you, Marquis, what you going and playing drugs for? Huh? What you going and play? I remember during election time, one of the individuals said they don't have to work, and the man agree for you while he drinking the thing that Skerrit them bring in the camping trail. They don't have to work. Lady, they helping you out. Boy, I tell you, the Prime Minister is the godfather to your daughter. Which means that your daughter will definitely be taken care of, as well as you, because you are the mother to the goddaughter of the Prime Minister. Not so. What you going and playing drugs for? I don't understand this. I don't understand. Anyways, guys, let me leave that there. What are your thoughts? Leave that, of course, in the comment box below as well. Now, guys, taking things up to Antigua right there and then, there was apparently an incident that took place involving an individual for which I still haven't got the news whether he made it or not. But guys, it's interesting the kind of things that are taking place right there. Apparently, this individual that you're seeing was involved in some sort of incident for which people had to bring this man to the hospital because apparently the ambulance was taking so long to reach him. Anyways, guys, the police car rolled up and was trying to stop the car and everything and whatnot. Boom. Some kind of craziness was going on in the place, guys. Pray for Antigua, people, please. Pray for Antigua and all the kind of something there. Apparently, the person who sent me this information, apparently her friend was trying her best to keep this brother awake. Like I said it before, guys, I'm not exactly sure what happened as a result of this individual. But guys, we have to pray. Pray for Antigua, please. Pray for Antigua, because not just Antigua, but pray for the whole Caribbean, Marquisa. Pray for the whole Caribbean, because madness a lot like going on there. And especially when it comes down to the individuals who have to help us. Well, that also happening in Antigua as well. Although I noticed in Dominica that things are getting a bit better when it comes down to the quickness in which the ambulance reaches certain places, certain times, I guess, certain areas, I must say. But let's pray for the people there. I hope this guy makes it. If he did make it, let me know in the comment box below, the Antiguan Massive. You guys probably know this individual. But I do pray that he does make it. Right there. Talking about making it, guys. There's an incident, well, not really an incident, but a court case that has been going on for the longest time. I know one thing that is definitely for certain, for sure, is that the Prime Minister and his colleagues involved in this whole incident involving Vescot and, Lennox Linton, I know for a fact that they must lose the case. This is why I'm guessing that they keep pushing the case further and further, trying their best to kill time and just kill Anyways, guys, with all this incident right there, I want you guys to listen to the whole gist of the story that led up to the situation involving Vescot losing his job. I actually talked about it in some previous video, but this is Lennox Linton speaking right there about the whole situation.
Your humble servant was traveling out of Dominica with a quantity of crabbacks, about a dozen, I think it was. And the security officer at Melbourne Hall Airport at the departure checkpoint, to whom I disclosed that I had the crabbacks, informed me that I could not travel out of the country with them without a permit. I told him, okay, let me just send them back home. So he allowed me to give the crabbacks to the person who had transported me to the airport to take them back to my home. In other words, he prevented me from traveling out of Dominica with the crabbacks. For that, he was dismissed from his employment on the 15th of December 2014. 2,246 days ago. Now, 18 days after the October 19th, 2014 Lennox Linton crabback incident, on November the 7th, 2014, Rosalind Watty of Salisbury, ordinarily resident in St. Martin, was arrested at Melville Hall Airport and charged for having in her luggage 10 crabbacks and 1 dead agouti, contrary to the laws of Dominica, which make it mandatory for any person possessing wildlife whilst traveling overseas to obtain and display a permit at the point of exit. Specifically, Mrs. Watty was charged for being in contravention of Section 32 of the Forestry and Wildlife Act 6002, which reads, quote, "No person shall export any live or dead wildlife or parts thereof, except under a permit and in accordance with conditions specified in such a permit issued by the director. The permit shall be in Form 5. Take note of Form 5. So in this case of the state versus Rosalind Watty, the defendant was represented by attorney Glenn Ducre. On March the 4th, 2015, 117 days after the incident, Magistrate Ali Gill dismissed the case of Dominica's law enforcement authorities. In a decision that has not been appealed, Magistrate Gill held that Section 32 of the Act fails to define the word exporting to include the moving of goods for personal use, if that was the intention of the framers of the Act, and consequently, the ordinary meaning of the word has to be referred to, which is construed as the movement of goods intended for sale or exchange, and that in the case before him, no evidence had been adduced that the crabbacks and agouti were for sale or exchange. Magistrate Gill further held that it could not have been the intention of the original framers of the Act to place the movement of goods for personal use under the ambit of the said law as legislated. Additionally, Attorney Ducre pointed out that the Act stipulated the permit shall be in Form 5, and that he had perused several law volumes containing that said Act and had failed to locate and identify such a Form 5 that the Act refers to and which is supposed to be part of that Act. Additionally, there was no evidence introduced before the court that the Form 5, the permit, had even been gazetted in accordance with the law and practice that all acts shall be gazetted. So what do we have here? Another very interesting case where this crabback matter from 2014 has been before the court, and the person charged with unlawfully exporting crabbacks out of Dominica won their case before the court. The matter was not appealed by the state. And yet you have a young man who did absolutely nothing wrong, who actually prevented the so-called quote-unquote exportation of the crabbacks by yours truly to Antigua, where he was traveling. And he lost his job 2,246 days ago, and is waiting for justice to this very day. We don't have a lot of time available to us this afternoon, but I want you to keep that in your head. I want you to keep that in your mind. I want you to run it over your mind over the weekend, because I want to come back to it next week. This business of selective justice in the country. Mr. Badwell hasn't missed a meal for 2,246 days. He doesn't know what it is not to have a full fridge of food at his house. But he can preside over the victimization of Vescot Jones on purely political grounds, because Vescot Jones did nothing wrong. What they wanted of Vescot Jones was to leverage an opportunity to embarrass the political leader of the United Workers' Party, which they feel Vescot Jones allowed him to get away with. And for that reason and that reason only, he is being punished to the extent that he has been punished. All of these years, all of these weeks and months, all of these 2,246 days in which Vescot Jones has suffered the pain of unlawful, wrongful dismissal, which has deprived him of over $150,000 of income. Nobody in this government that loves people and loves poor people more particularly, or say they love poor people more particularly, is bothered with the circumstances of this man who has done the noble thing that all young people should want to do, of using his income to take care of his mother, who is an amputee, and his family more generally. And today he suffers, a victim of brutal, unconscionable political victimization. And we have stood by and watched it in Dominica as though nothing happened.
I tell you, guys, it is for certain. Understanding the whole gist of the story, guys, it is for certain that the individuals involved in causing Vescot to lose his job must lose the case. It's not a might, you know. It is a must. It's just depending on the amount of time that it takes for them to reach this conclusion. They must lose it. And there's a number of other information out there. I'm not at liberty to say. There's more information out there as a result of this very case. Guys, you don't understand how, boy, I tell you. Guys, you don't understand how detrimental and vital this very case is, because it will open up a lot of worms. Oh, a lot of worms will open up, guys. You want to understand what corruption is? Oh, well, I guess we'll just have to wait. Vescot apparently will be on the radio on Q95 at 11 p.m. tomorrow, Dominican time, guys. And of course, you can definitely tune into that. I myself will definitely tune in. Let me put my alarm on. And with that said, guys, this is pretty much all about us for this here Mystelics Vlogs. If you did enjoy, give this video a thumbs up. I would appreciate that. And definitely subscribe and turn on the post notifications so you can get all the videos as they come through right there and then, guys. Bill! Tell all the wicked, dirty hat people, them. Dirty hat people. I turn in Jamaica, man. Anyways, tell them stop all the dirty ways, man. But with the most high self, as always, guys, definitely be real, be positive, and definitely stay prayed up. Welcome to our Mystelics Vlogs.
One day I will blow. Something we gon' show. Wow. a constant uphill battle, but it's also filled with some beautiful moments.